Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
So, let me share my screen first. Okay. So, can you just confirm me if my audio is clear and you're able to see my screen as well?
Yes, it is clear, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, let me first introduce myself. So, my name is Rohan Kumar, and I have 8+ years of experience working specifically into the security domain. Okay, so I have almost like learned and have worked on the security devices like SRX, Palo Alto, Cisco ASA, ICE, and the Fortinet. So with reference to the Fortinet, I have around more than 5+ years of experience, almost like working on this hands-on device. Okay, so I am also certified as an NSE4, NSE7, NSE5, and I'm looking to almost like go for NSE8 lab as well soon. So this is all about me. So today here we are it's like going to see what are the aspects of the course. Okay, the course is actually combination of NSE4, 7 and the SD-WAN concept. Okay, so this course has like will like give you the overall understanding of NSE4 topics, NSE7, and like SD-WAN. Why we have tried to club NSE4 and 7 into a single course. As I will move on through these slides, you will be able to understand that. Okay, so let us start first. So see, Fortinet is a company. Okay, so Fortinet is actually a leading market company which was established 20 years back, and since then it has been growing exponentially. Okay, it is one of the top 3 market leader in when it comes to SD-WAN solution, as well as when it comes to the security measures with the reference to business as well as client to business requirements. Okay, so the first question is like we have multiple security devices right into the market. We have Palo Alto, we have Sophos, Checkpoint, we have Fortinet, right? So we have multiple security appliances. So why to go for Fortinet? Okay, why to like opt for an NSE4 or like 7? Okay, so see, NSE4 and 7 gives you the insight not only for how the security domain and like not only about that how you are going to safeguard your end-to-end device. Okay, but it also gives you the insight as how to configure, manage, as well as troubleshoot. Okay, this is what you like get when you go through the NSE4 and like 7 courses. Okay, so it is not only about learning the aspects of the security, but it is also about how you have to troubleshoot. How does it work? Okay, if I say that certain feature is able to identify or like block certain attacks, so it's like how does it do it? Okay, so that insight is given into the NSE4 and like NSE7 courses. Okay, so that is the must. The main goal is to get the concepts. Okay, no matter what, even if the IPS, when I say IPS or like any of the terms, let's say for an example, BGP, OSPF, routing, okay, or you just say any of the term, let's say for example, IPsec VPN, SSL VPN. So these are the common terms. They have to work as per the defined standards, correct? So no matter on what device you are like working, if I'm going to form an IPsec VPN, so that means main mode is like going to have 6 packets, correct? So it is not about the functioning of the concepts. It is about that how the FortiGate makes you stand out from the other things. Okay, so you are like going to learn about the concepts for that in depth. Okay, what makes the FortiGate stands out. So I will just come into those informations later on as well. Let us first go through what is covered into the course. Okay, so as I said, that this course clubs the concept for NSE4, 7 as well as SD-WAN. So currently, FortiGate is a device, is an NGFW firewall, that is next generation firewall, which is introduced by the Fortinet. Okay, so currently the latest version that they have released is of 7.0 series. Okay, the like latest firmware is 7.0.3. So we are like going to work on 7.0.2. That is also is like latest one and -1. So this course will be like entirely based upon the FortiGate version 7.0.1, which is the like latest one, 7.0.2 as well. The expected course completion time would be around 60 hours. Okay, and post that, who should be attending this course? Okay, so this course assumes that you have the basics knowledge or like understanding of the network. That is, means like you should be at least aware of the OSI structure. Means like what are the protocols on the layer 3 OSI model, or like layer 4, what is TCP/IP. So it's like simple, you should be at least aware of the basic concepts. Okay, so if you are it's like having the basic knowledge of the networking, this like course is suitable for you. Okay, although when the like course will be into the progress, of course we are like going to start every concept from the basics. Okay, but just like if I say that I like have to ping from point A to the point B, so that means I'm like going to use ICMP protocol, right? That is going to for the ping itself. So that is the basic information that I am expecting that every student should be having in that. Okay, so if you really want to learn about these security aspects, okay, so and involved into that, how you should be deployed, where the NGFW firewall should be placed. Okay, there are certain hierarchy for like deployment. Okay, you should be having it as an edge device or at your core label or at your distribution label. Okay, so it's like where you have to deploy that. Okay, so that will be dependent upon use to use case. So you will also learn about that as well when we are like going to go through the courses. So based upon your requirement, we will be seeing it's like where this FortiGate can be deployed and like what role can it play. Okay, so yes, and if you also it's like I said that if you are willing to have the in-depth knowledge about how the it's like NGFW works into terms of the features of UTM features, let's say for example IPS, web filter, application control, AVs. So this like course is meant for all those candidates. Okay, so now the course description. Okay, so like I told you that you are like going to learn how to implement, troubleshoot, and manage your enterprise security infrastructure. Okay, what does this mean? That means like if I have deployed the firewall into the environment, how I have to manage it, what are the options that you can manage your firewall. Yes, please. Is there any question in there? Okay, if you have any like doubts, concerns, you can just stop me then and there. Okay, not an issue.
Sir, I have a question. You mentioned NSE4 and 7, right? So is it a course name or?
I'm sorry, can you please be louder?
So it is mentioned NSE4 and 7. What does it mean?
Okay. Okay, so I was like coming to those points. Okay, so just like let me just have it 1 or 2 slides, and like then I will just let you know about the NSE4 and 7. So it's like I told you that there are it's like why we have this course clubbed with reference to NSE4 and 7. So that I will just tell you with like reference to the upcoming slides. Okay.
Sure, sir. Because I know there are 2 courses, FCNSA and FCNC.
Okay.
So how this differs? Okay, no problem. I'll wait for that.
Okay. Okay. Actually, your audio is quite low for me, so it is really hard for me to understand. But like what I have got this gist is you want to know what is NSE4 and NSE7, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm like going to come to that point. Okay. So see here. So now, okay. So like, see, you have a certificate. So it's like Fortinet does what is Fortinet has a certificate as a structure. Okay. So it starts from NSE1 and it goes up to NSE8. Okay. 8 is distributed as in 1 is theory and the 1 is lab. Okay. Okay. So it like follows this structure. Okay. So see, Fortinet for it's same like you are having CCNA, CCNP, CCI, right? You have a certain labels. Okay. So these are the labels of certificate. Okay. So here what we are going to do is we are going to focus on NSE4 and NSE7. Okay. Why? Because we want to give you not only the basic understanding for the firewall configuration, day-to-day configuration and like monitoring and operation of the firewall, but we also want you to give the in-depth knowledge, means like why it is acting like that. Okay. If I say that the IPS will be able to identify the zero-day attack, how? Okay, it is not just a statement that I will say that it's like someone says that, okay, see, if you are going to send a certain sort of it's like amount of packet that is going to be dropped with reference to the so and so features. Okay, so okay, so almost like that's an is a statement. Okay, that is with reference to the NSE4. You know how to block a packet with like reference to the domain. Okay, if I say that you have to block youtube.com, or if I say that you have to block a specific channel over the youtube.com, rest all channels should be accessible. Okay, so going with NSE4, you will get the idea how to configure that, how to meet that requirement. Okay, but how does that configuration actually takes effect? What is the backend process that the FortiGate firewall is like doing on? That is something which you will learn on the NSE7. So this is why we have clubbed the NSE4 and 7 certifications. Okay, because it's not only about giving you the overview of the configuration and like functioning of the firewall, but it is all about the concepts. Okay, why it is and like how it is. Okay, so now when I will show you the topic.
Hello,
with reference
sir,
to
Rajan
NSE4
here.
and 7. Yes, please.
How much part does CLI take place in this NSE4 and 7? CLI troubleshooting, because I guess it is more powerful. Means I have worked on Fortinet.
Yes.
And seen CLI is more to work on. So how much does it focus on that?
It is around 80%. If you ask me, with reference to the examination, then yes, it is around 80%.
Okay.
Okay.
So GUI is one part, but we need to concentrate more on the CLI.
Yes, my focus throughout the course will be on the CLI most. Okay, except for few. Okay, but miss like FortiGate GUI is like very easy cakewalk. Okay, I will show you in the lab how we have. Okay, so that you can like get a view on that. That's a very easy one. But the point is how you are going to configure it with reference to this CLI, because there are certain options which is only like which can only be configured if you know this CLI function. Okay.
Correct. Correct. And sir, what would be the part of Linux knowledge of in this CLI?
Basics. No, you do not. Even if you're not aware of any sort of a command into the Linux, that is not in concern.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
If
sir.
you
Thank
have the
you.
basics understanding, well and good. If like not, the like commands are not that tough. Okay, it is like human readable means like format. Let's say for an example, I have to configure BGP. So what I'm going to use config, because I have to use the configure, right? And then router, because BGP is a routing protocol, and then I will write BGP. Press enter. You are in, now you are ready to do the BGP configuration. So the command is config router BGP, like that. Okay, so even if you do not have the understanding, it's like even if you're not aware of Linux kernels or like certain commands, not an issue.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
So one more thing. What is the flow of the certification? I mean, do we need to tackle NSE1 or we can directly go for the NSE4? Is it a
I was
compulsory?
coming to that part. I was coming to that part.
Okay.
Hey,
Sorry.
the best part of FortiGate that it has done is that it do not gives you any sort of a restriction. Okay, that means like if you have to go for NSE4, you have to complete for 3, or if you want to go for NSE7, you have to go for NSE6, 5, or 4, like that. No, you can attempt any of these certification. If you want, you can simply go for NSE8. Okay, there is no such prerequisite. Okay, that you have to clear first the earlier levels, then like only you will be able to go for the other ones. That is nothing related to that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so like I was saying, so here what happens is FortiGate actually like I said, that this is a company which is like growing since past 20 years. Okay, so this company is not only building the FortiGate is it's like one of the trademark product, but apart from that, it also has many appliances. For an example, FortiWeb, FortiAnalyzer, FortiManager, okay, FortiAP, that is the access points and all. Okay, FortiSD-WAN, it has a different complete SD setup, FortiRouter, FortiSwitch. So it has many appliances. Okay, so these certificates, when I said that NSE 1 to 8, okay, all these certificates are not focused or like need the FortiGate knowledge. Okay, for an example, your NSE 5, okay, your NSE 5 requires the knowledge of FortiManager, FortiAnalyzer, okay, but it like do not test your knowledge with reference to the FortiGate Firewall. Okay, so it's like there are certain certifications which are only based for a specific skills or like for a specific device. Okay, so saying so, NSE 4 and 7 are the only it's like 2 certificates which is focused on your configuration understanding and those. However, you can also go for NSE 1, 2, and 3, which are free of cost. Okay, so it's like you don't have to pay anything. You can simply log in, it's like go into the fortinet.com I think website and simply enroll for these training modules, like courses. Okay, for that certification and all. So that is only to just test that you are aware of the Fortinet GUIS structure. Okay, that means like let's say you have to configure a source NAT, so it's like how you are going to do that, where are those options. So that is only for like basics, A, B, C, D, like that. Okay, so that's why NSE 1, 2, and 3 is for the basic understanding. The actual it's like valued certification that starts is from NSE 4. Okay, and with reference to the FortiGate, it is NSE 4 and NSE 7. Okay, so now see, we in the NSE 4 we have distributed the topics into 2 parts. Okay, in the I'm again repeating my statement here. In the NSE 4, the topics or like modules which we have to cover, that has been distributed into 2 parts just for the ease of our understanding. Okay, so the first part is related to the security aspect. Okay, so like intro of the FortiGate firewall and what is the initial configuration. When I say initial configuration, this will give you the insight how to configure is like basic setup, so that you can take the access of the firewall and you can define a administrative users. Okay, what are the do list that you have to like keep in mind while you configure an admin user? What are the security perspective view that you should be taking care of when you define an administrative user, because after all, if like that user account is compromised, that means your firewall is compromised. Okay, so the first point will give you insight for that. This is security fabric. Okay, so security fabric gives you the insight about like, let's say for example, your like firewall want to talk to some other threat feed servers. Maybe it like wants to talk with some other SSO servers. Maybe it like wants to talk to with reference to some other devices like FortiAZ, FortiMG, manner, like all those. So clubbing the entire structure, like entire topology that the FortiGate firewall can give you the view for that is been configured into the security fabric. Okay, so here you are like going to see what is like basics of that. How does the FortiGate do it, and like what are the visibility for it to integrate with some other third-party vendor devices. Okay, that is like going to give you the insight for that. Here you are going to learn how to configure the firewall policies, NATing, authentication. Firewall authentication means like user-based authentication, LDAP-based authentication. So it's like how you can, it's like what are the options that is available in order to get your user authenticated with reference to the firewalls. Okay, how or where you can see the logs. Okay, how you can monitor the real-time data information if in case you have to must like look out for a specific traffic or some specific packet, where to look that, and like how to understand those logs. Okay, that is what this topic will give you the insight for. How the certificate operation is there. Okay, I think Ankit has raised the hand. Yes, Ankit, tell me please.
Hello, sir. I have a question.
Yes.
Is it a demo class or will it going for theory class?
No. This is only a demo. This class is just only meant to give you the insight for the course description. Okay, and like it's like how our lab is, and like basics just of why the FortiGate. It's like why you should go for this courses and all.
Okay, and when will we have the first class for Fortinet?
I think that will be informed to you by your coordinator.
But my coordinator said that this is the final theory class for Fortinet.
The original class for this batch is first. I'll just let you know. This is a Monday to Friday batch, and 9 p.m. is the official timing. And from coming Wednesday, we have a first class. Today, just a demo session.
Okay, but my counselor said that this is the first theory class. That's why I have joined.
The introduction class, Ankit.
I don't want to join demo class again and again.
So Ankit, it's just a demo for everyone, and even it's not a demo. It's something that we are sharing information. If in case you are not aware about the product, that which kind of things we are gonna teach you in the further classes, how you'll know. So again, we are not gonna repeat the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Rohan, you can continue.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so here these are the UTM features. Okay, so from here till here, okay, these are the UTM mostly used UTM features. Okay, so like web filtering, application control, antivirus, and IPS. So you are like going to learn about the configuration and like how to troubleshoot that. Okay, so now this is with reference to the SSL VPN configuration and like setup. Okay, so like when we are going to cover the certificate operations, here only we will understand what is the significance of certificate and how the FortiGate firewall uses the certificate. Okay, whether it uses the certificate in reference to SSL VPN client authentication, or with reference to user peer authentication. Okay, or it's like in like reference to the web filtering, application control, or in order to do the SSL inspection. Okay, so those things will be it's like learned with reference to the certificate operations. Okay, now in the NSE4, like I said, SSL inspection and all, right? So these things are not in depth included into the NSE4. Okay, so now coming to the next section of the NSE4, here we are like going to learn about the routing. Mostly we will be focusing on a static, PBR, which is policy based routing, OSPF, and BGP. Okay, these are the widely used dynamic protocols. So it's like we are like going to see how to configure it, and these will be discussed in depth. Okay, because why I'm saying so, because most of the I'm like not sure how many of you have actually worked on the OSPF or like BGP in the real time. Okay, so most of the students are not aware of these functioning and so. So we started from the like basics. Okay, how the handshake happens, what are the states, it's like starting from everything with reference to the basics. So it's like these are going to be discussed. Apart from that, this is the SD-WAN basics understanding. It's like how the configuration will be there. Okay, so what is the use of the SD-WAN and like how you can configure that. The VDOM structure of the firewall. Okay, so you will also be getting the insight for like that. This is the IPsec VPN. Okay, and this is the FSSO. FSSO is Fortinet single sign-on. Okay, so here actually you use SSO. Okay, here you actually use a Fortinet CA agent. Okay, that is going to be installed. So I will give you an insight for that. Okay, that means like how the FSSO is been configured and how it works. Okay, here this will talk you about the high availability. So for an example, if you have, let's say 2 firewalls, or maybe like more than that. Okay, so it's like how you are going to form the cluster and like what are the information. When we say that, when we make a statement that okay, I need high availability to have redundancy, right? And also no packet loss, correct? There should be no packet loss. So okay, this is a statement, but how does this do it? What is going in the background that ensures that there is no packet loss and the like sessions are still been continued? The end users are not even aware that it has changed. I think 2 persons has raised the hand. Yes, please tell me, Ankit and Shantil.
Sir, my question is about the single sign-on. Is that something like I can use my Active Directory account and then log into FortiGate or something different?
Correct. It is like that. It is like CA. There are 2 agents. One is collector DC agent and the other one is CA agent, collector agent. Okay. So if you want, what will happen is you will install the DC agent into your AD server wherever the logon events are like getting recorded into your AD server, right? So your DC agent will fetch those logon events and it will send it to the CA agent. Okay, CA agent is the agent that is actually talking to your FortiGate firewall. So it's almost like those logon events will be sent to the FortiGate, and hence FortiGate will make an entry or like list of all those users who has logged in. Okay, so that you like do not need to configure each and every time a user based policy to allow them the access to a specific network.
Thank you.
Okay, Himanshu.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, actually, I had completed my CCNA 3 months ago from Network Kings. I am having a question that before starting firewall, I mean, I should have a knowledge of CCNP. I mean, is it necessary? Without that, I can't understand this firewall course.
No, that is not a requisite.
SD-WAN also, because SD-WAN, I think it is also
SD-WAN is
have
entirely a new like
separate
topic.
course.
Yes. So SD-WAN, when I'm going to discuss about the SD-WAN, that will be entirely a separate topic itself. Okay, so we will be starting from it's like why it is needed. Okay, first of all. Okay. So and then how to configure it. What are the challenges that it like helps you to solve? Okay, why it's like these like simple statement is why I should use SD-WAN. Once you get to know that, you are good in the SD-WAN as well.
Yeah, I think Rohan, I think Himanshu is asking whether, so Rohan, Himanshu, I just want to add, Cisco SD-WAN is something different. Fortinet SD-WAN is something different. Juniper have a same as SD-WAN is basically a technology.
Yes, technology.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here what I will teach you about the
knowledge
SD-WAN, that will only be focused with reference to the FortiGate. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So now here we are also going to see the concept with reference to the proxies functioning. Okay, like your FortiGate firewall is capable to act into the transparent as well as explicit proxies. Okay, so it can it's like show you that. Okay, so we are also going to learn about that. Okay, and of course how to troubleshoot. Okay, so this is,
I have a question. So
yes,
if it
please.
is having an inbuilt web proxy, in that case, I do not need any solution such like 𝐍𝐤𝐬 and Umbrella.
I'm sorry, can you please repeat your question again?
No, if FortiGate is having web proxy inbuilt, then I do not need any such solution like 𝐍𝐤𝐬 or Cisco Umbrella, right?
No, you like do not unless you like really want to have a dedicated gateway proxy, then unless that it's like this is enough to like give you this security with like a reference to the proxies.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, 𝐍𝐤𝐬 like gives you the complete security web gateway proxies, right? That is what that appliance is meant for.
Correct.
So unless you like do not need that, because in the FortiGate also you have the concept for virtual servers. Okay, so it's like having the web proxy and the virtual servers features, you will not be it's like you will not be needing that, but it's up to companies who like have to make the call for that. Okay.
Okay. In this case, I can completely restrict the access for people who are doing work from home.
Yes,
right?
sure, you can.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So one question I have also.
Yes, please.
We are also going to learn email security and endpoint security also.
Email security?
Yes, with this FortiGate firewall, we are also going to learn email security.
We have UTM features. Okay, the UTM features are like application, web, DNS filter, video filter. Okay, email filter, IPS, antivirus, and SSL. So I think around 6 to 7 UTM features are there. So of course we are like going to learn about those.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Himanshu has raised the hand. Rajan?
Sir, I have a question regarding WAF.
WAF,
Web
okay.
Application Firewall.
Yes.
So, in NSE4 and NSE7, do we have a WAF knowledge, or we need some different certifications for those devices?
No. WAF is included into the NSE7. Okay. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, actually, I am having a doubt. Actually, I got pre-recorded video. Your old video. So actually, I was trying to configure a basic lab. So in that basic lab, I am not able to connect my virtual machine to the internet, sir. And since 3 days, I was scratching my head, sir.
Okay.
That is creating a problem, too much problem. And I was asking to solve this problem to the network support, but they told me to ask to your faculty. He will solve your problem.
So I can solve that problem, but it's like today we are not having.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like just like wait for the classes to start, and then I will give you the complete insight how to.
I am facing a problem in lab also. PC to I'm able to ping PC to firewall, PC to router.
Okay.
But not able to access any website.
See, that is what I'm going to just like let you know. Okay, you have to figure it out why that is happening. We will see that. Okay, we have to see where the packet is coming from, where it is going to, why it is not like going. If it is getting dropped, why? So we are like going to see all these, and like of course once we start the course, I'm like going to help you everyone with the like basic setup of the lab. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Not an issue. Okay.
So what would be the duration of this course? How long it will take?
As I mentioned in the starting, the duration is expected to be around 60 hours.
Okay.
Okay.
So every day.
Sir, I
the
could not
session will be
hear the
1 hour.
answer regarding that WAF certification. I mean WAF part.
No, you do not, like I told you, that you do not need the special certification for the WAF. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, I could not hear you. I mean,
okay, what I'm saying is you do not need the separate certification for the WAF when it comes to the FortiGate.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So now let us see the NSE7 prerequisites. Okay. So NSE7 prerequisites says that you should be having the understanding of the NSE4 security as well as infrastructure. See the points which I have discussed, okay, in previous slides. So you should be having the understanding of that. Okay, so those concepts, for example, how the VPN functions and all. So if you have the basics of those, then you are then you can go enroll for the NSE7 certifications, and that would be easy to crack it. So now if you see the agendas or modules with reference to the NSE7 topic, they are almost same, correct? They are exactly same if you ask me, except from AD VPN here. This is nothing but hub and spoke. Okay. So like I told you that NSE7 gives you the in-depth information. Okay. If you see that here also I have web filtering, IPsec, IPS, right? SD-WAN, routings, right? High HA, OSPF. So I have the same things. Okay. How the sessions are being configured, traffics and all. Okay. So how you are going to inspect with reference to the debugs and all. So this is the reason why we have clubbed NSE4 and NSE7 course together. Okay. Because whenever I will start any of the topic, okay, we are first of all going to understand why that is needed, what is the real-time application of that, how to configure that, and how to troubleshoot, and how does it work actually. Okay, so these are the 5 key points that each and every topic will have. Okay, and in order to cover all these, once you have got the gist of all these 5 key points, you will be able to go for NSE4 or NSE7 examination easily. Okay, I believe the question which I was asked in the starting, I believe the answer is done in here.
Oh, sir, I just have one more question on the same web filtering.
Yes, please tell me.
So in Zscaler, one thing which I like, if I am doing a work from home, my internet traffic will be directly routed from my home network. It will not go to the office.
Yes.
But in case of using FortiGate, so all the traffic will be routed to office network, and then from there it will be rerouted, or how it is?
Mm-hmm. See here it see here in the FortiGate you have a split tunneling. I believe you understand the concept for a split tunneling, right?
Yes.
So here you have a split tunneling where I can segregate what traffic I want on the FortiGate, what are the traffics which I do not want on the FortiGate.
Okay. So
secondly, if in case, for example, your application is hosted with reference to some public IPs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, if I enable the split tunneling, that may or may not meet your need. Okay, but you can still have the SSL VPN with reference to the web virtual IP, that is the DNAT. Okay, so almost that will give you the insight. Okay, but when it comes to comparison with reference to the WG feature, what it is given by the 𝐍𝐞𝐭𝐰𝐨, that is entirely a different device. Okay, that is built in for the secure gateway, which the FortiGate is the NGFW firewall. So it's there is a major difference between those two.
Okay.
Okay, so it's like you cannot compare the functionality of the SWG with reference to the FortiGate. But yes, almost if you want, it's like FortiGate can at least ensure you the safe passage towards any of the application, whether it is hosted internally or over any of the cloud structure. It can give you the it's like safety for that.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I think I have a question in here. Okay, see, NGFW firewall and UTM firewall. See, UTM is the feature of an NGFW firewall. Okay. When I say NGFW firewall, so that means UTM is included into that. There is nothing a special thing called like UTM firewalls. Okay, Puneet? Okay. Okay, so the objective of these entire course is that you should be able to manage multiple FortiGate devices. Okay, and you should be able to check with reference to the security events whatever it has been generated, and you should also be able to take the actions based upon that. What is the appropriate actions? Okay, you should be able to diagnose the logs. Okay, whatever the logs that has been generated. When I say logs, it like can be forward logs, some sort of an SSL logs, okay, or like any initial logs starting from the basics events till the debugs, sniffers, and everything. Okay, so you should be able to do that. You should be able to find out the root cause for that and like take the action depending upon it. Okay, and how you can ensure that your firewall is in like configured in the like best way to avoid any sort of an like security issues. Okay, so it's like what is the best way to manage or like configure your firewalls. Okay, so you would also be able to learn how to deploy VPNs and where to deploy what. So for an example, if I say that IPsec VPN, so IPsec VPN is like it like can be site to site, it like can be remote based, it like can be dynamic user based. Okay, so it's like where to configure what. Okay, so it's like you should be able to choose the appropriate VPN setup based upon your requirement. Okay, so it's like these are the things after the course completion you would be able to do that. Okay, now let me show you one small thing in here. Just a moment. Okay, so I believe you all are able to see my screen, right? The web page which I have opened right now.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just showing you just a small gist. This is the FortiGuard. Okay, so what happens is your FortiGate firewall. Okay, your FortiGate firewall will it's like check the informations, real-time informations with reference to the FortiGuard lab. FortiGuard lab are the servers which are hosted on the cloud structure. Okay, so every firewall, every Fortinet product, okay, it's not about the FortiGate, but your every device that is launched by the Fortinet, okay, those devices are in constant sync with reference to the it's like FortiGuard servers. And why do they do that? In order to get the frequent updates. Okay, that if in case there is a new attack, or like there is a new virus, malware, okay, or like maybe a new vulnerability has been identified. Okay, so all those things will be like tracked and like sent to each of the device. Okay, the real-time rating of any of the domain is also be checked with reference to the FortiGuard. So like I was saying that this is an NGFW firewall. So see here, these are the features. Okay, so that has been offered. Okay, so when I say that, okay, let's say for example, I will go with the IPs. Okay, intrusion prevention. Okay, so if you see it here, till late, it has been able to identify and stop 997 zero-day vulnerability. Okay, 997 zero-day attacks. That means this is a first time it's like introduced attack. No one was aware of that. So this is how good this appliance is. Okay, and this is what makes the like difference. Okay, so see, like I have a question with reference to Puneet. Puneet is saying that FortiGate and like Palo Alto, they are having, or like Checkpoint, they are having almost same kind of features. So why we should choose the FortiGate? Okay, that is his like question is. So see, like I said, that everyone will follow the structures. It's like everyone will be able to give you the UTM functionality. Everyone will be able to give you the like features with reference to the VPN, WAF, web. Okay, hardening of your devices, proxies, everything. But there are 2 points that device will be marked as a standout. First is how easy is it to manage and like find out the exact root cause. There should be no issue with like reference to the support or like accessing the devices, managing that device. Second is the most important is how quick that this device is able to mitigate the chances so that your internal environment is exposed to the outside threats. Okay, so it's like that's the key point. So as you can see in here, till date it has been able to identify 997 zero-day attacks, and if you see, there are 11,000 signatures, okay, defined with reference to the FortiGuard, that is inbuilt with reference to the IPS. And if you see, the latest database version that has been released was 3 days ago. Okay, and the version is 19.245. So there is a frequent push of database. Okay, like in your system, in like Windows, you have installed the AVs, right? Antivirus software, maybe Avast or some other Kaspersky application. But your antivirus keeps on getting an frequent VDB update, right? Virus database, correct? So how you choose that means like this antivirus is like good or not, because how frequent is that database is updated with the like latest virus signatures, correct? So that is what makes that application stands out, and how efficient it is to identify those patterns. Okay, it is also important for that, because let's say you might be having the database with you, but your like engine is not capable enough to like identify the pattern to like match with reference to the database signature. So that gives a slight window in order to get your systems vulnerable from the outside threats, right? So it's like it is not only about the identification, but it is also about how efficiently do you identify those attacks. Okay, so FortiGate is really good in that. Okay, it has a very stable and like reliable engines, okay, which is able to decrypt and like match the patterns for even the encrypted information. Okay, so similarly, if you see in here, if I show you about web filtering, let's say for an example, okay, so it has categorized. Okay, so there are categories. So as per this, 66 million domains has been identified by the FortiGuard. Okay, so let's say for an example, if I search any of the website, let's say CNN.com. Okay, so what it says, it is under the news and media category. Okay, so it's like almost every website that is being reported or like has been generated, we all know that every day it's like few millions will be like there. Okay, so it is like able to identify and like categorize it, and not only do that, it also associates a frequent rating with the reference to that. So when I will be going through the web filter concept, then I will tell you, it's like how does the FortiGuard helps it, okay, with like reference to make your device secure with reference to the HTTPS traffic. Okay, so in the same way, you have any it's like multiple UTM features that will be helping out. For example, antivirus. Okay, so if you see in there, it will show you that, see, 1.8 new and updated antivirus definitions, and this is the frequency of per week. Okay, so every week, almost like around on an average 1.8 million signatures are like added into it. Okay, so the like point of showing you this is like, see, this is why the Fortinet is excelling into the market. Okay, and like don't take my word for that, just like look the reports, okay, with reference to the upcoming technologies, with the reference to the 2022 that was generated by, I think, vendor is RSA or something. So almost like that has also listed Fortinet as a #1. So this is why this makes this device on the demand, and since the like device is on the demand, so having the certification with reference to the NSE4 and 7, that is like going to give you a boost into your career. Whatever your like goal is into like have an established career as a security professional, this is like going to give you the upper hand, make you stand out from the crowd. Okay, saying so, let me show you the lab. Okay, so this is how the networking's lab will look like. Okay, you are, I think anyone who will be in it's like going for the courses and enrollment, you like going to get the access for the lab. Okay, so there are certain labs that has been created. Okay, if in case during our course, if we need a separate, a specific lab structure that we want to have it with like reference to do any some sort of a lab activity, we can also create that. Okay, so let me show you this basic lab structure. Okay, so just a moment. Okay, so if I open this, so this is the basic lab. Okay, here I have connected PC1 and PC2, which is talking with reference to the router. One side there is a router. Okay, Ashish Saho is saying that FortiGate SD-WAN also came on top on Gartner report. Yes, it like did. I think it did for year 2020 or 2021 as an upcoming leadership under that category. It like was in there. Okay, so for example, here you have the labs. Okay, so let's say for example, if I start this. So everyone is going to have their own labs, and the focus throughout the course would be basically upon the lab. Once we like go through the theory part, you are like going to get certain lab activity which you have to do. Okay, so once you like do it, and like any questions or like doubts you have, they will also be helping out in order to clear that. Okay, so let me start this PC as well. So do you have any doubt? Anyone has any doubt regarding this entire course and all? It's like with like reference to the course content and like what are the aspect of this course?
So we only going to perform this one lab scenario? Or
No. I'm just showing you an example in here. I showed you that there are multiple labs. Okay, we have different labs for each and every topic. Okay, of course, we like finally after learning the theories and all, we have to do it on the hands, right? So we have to see the CLI commands, we have to see the outputs, debugs for that, and then only we are like going to move ahead. So for everything we have the labs, and like not only that, if in case there is some special requirement that we need some like additional lab structure, we will also be able to click and like do it. Okay, so it's like there is no limitation when it comes to lab.
The entire course will be recorded and then we'll give it to us?
Yes, of course. Every day when the class will start, we will have the recording started as well. And by the end of the day, you will be getting that recording session access onto your portal.
And the lab, till when we can access?
Yes, everyone will have their own lab access. Okay, you will just you have to simply log in to the Eve website, and then you have your own lab. Okay.
Again, how long we can access the lab is the question.
So guys, we guys are giving a lab. Let's suppose if in case this course is gonna take a 1.5 months, so additionally for 1 month you'll get it.
Okay.
And even if in case somebody wants to extend later on, also of course there is an option. There is a provision that you can buy for the remaining months also.
Okay, thank you.
So how to set up the lab and all, I think Himanshu was having the doubt for that. So I will help you out in order to set it up. Okay, when the course is going to resume. Okay. As of now, just have a quick look. If someone who has not yet seen how the FortiGate looks like. Okay, I'm just giving you an scene in here. So see, this is what the FortiGate is. Okay, this is how the GUI looks like. Okay. Yeah, and it is very easy. If you know the basics of the networking, you will be able to just understand where to configure what just by looking at it, right? So here it mentioned network. Okay, so that means here we have to configure the interfaces, DNS, policy routes, OSPF, BGP, and all those. So that will be configured under the network. If I go under the policy and objects, so here you are going to get the access for firewall policies, addresses, and all those VIPs and all. Okay, so we are going to see each and every terms and topics, tablets with reference to the day course schedule. Okay. Here you see we are running on 7.0.0 version. Okay, so this is the latest firmware series. Okay, 7.0. So this is what this firewall is running upon. Okay, and later on, if you want to see the UTM features, that is which is most effective. So under the security profiles, you see all these, right? AV, web filter, video filter, DNS, application control, intrusion prevention, file filter, right, and SSL, SSH. Okay, so this is where you are going to have that. Okay. Application signatures in this, you can see what are the applications that has been already categorized. Okay, so email, so this is some sort of an email categorization, one UND, one .mail. Okay, so in the same fashion, you will have multiple signatures with reference to the application and IPS. Okay. Sorry for that. So the point is that all these informations, it is not only about that means how to configure, it is about how does the IPS work. Okay, what are the backend process. So that is the insight that this course is going to give you. It's not only about the overall observation. So this is all from me. So if anyone has any doubt, please let me know.
Sir, few Fortinet features would be on licensing, right? So how are we gonna do that?
I'm sorry?
I mean, there would be few features of FortiGate which required licensing.
Yes, correct. There are a few features which requires licensing. Okay, and here in the lab, it is not possible to have the licenses. Okay, because that is it's I believe you are able to understand that, because
Yes.
we give each and every device with reference to an license. There are certain backend process that cannot meet the SOPs. Okay, so it's that is not possible, but still we have we have some different setup from where I can just tell you how those specific features will work with reference to a single license device. Okay. But anyhow, that is only few. Okay, that is only few. For an example, VDOM setups and all. So VDOM is something which will require the license. Okay, into this UTM, FortiGuard is something it's like your lab device will not be able to get the sync with reference to the FortiGuard because you are not having the license. But still, you can do the lab with reference to the web filter, application control, IPS, and everything. Okay.
Okay.
So thanks, Rohan. We can close this session now, guys. If in case you have any doubts, you can ask. And one more thing I just want to add. I think I can say it's 5% things that cannot be covered on this particular lab. Almost everything is there.
Yes. Yes. So any doubt regarding this course module and all?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay then. So see you guys soon then.
Yeah, from Wednesday, guys, we are starting with the further classes. So whatever the doubts, whatever the queries that you have, you can ask with your counselors. However, I shared you the link where if in case somebody is wants to enroll, he can.
So 9 p.m. will be the timing since.
Yes, 9 p.m. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m.
Monday to Friday. Okay. And with the
9
same
to 11:30.
meeting ID and everything, right?
So today is a kind of an invite for everyone. Few already enrolled, few not. So from Wednesday, the invite is only for the people who enrolled for the course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Rohan. So we are closing this session.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Good night.